Democrats have been missing the point, and one of the symptoms of missing the point has been this obsession with things like racism, sexism, bigotry, Trumpism, insurrections, Russians, anti-vaxxers, and on and on. What people are seeing is during the two biggest crises of the past 15 years, the housing crisis and now the pandemic, with Democrats at the helm, the rich got richer and the average American, the middle class and the poor, got poorer. And in the first crisis, people lost their homes while the banks were bailed out. The banks were then able to sell those homes for a profit, often to investors who then turned large swaths of the American middle class into renters. Not to mention, it set people back in their careers, which impacted their life trajectory. College grads couldn't get jobs. People who should have retired with something instead retired with nothing. It was a disaster, and it led to very frustrated Americans wanting serious change. So much change, Trump was elected. And now during this pandemic, Democrats are doing it again. The rich are getting richer while small businesses collapse from lockdowns and supply chain backlogs, which are exacerbated by mandates. Democrats' response to people panicking about their lost businesses seems to be quiet. We know what's best. Stay home and order from Jeff Bezos. It's safer. Kids are now behind in their education while parents are being told it's none of their business. And frontline and essential workers who were told to risk their lives during the height of the pandemic are now being told they need to do as the government says or be discarded. But the real message is, stop thinking you know best. You're actually ruining our lives. Get out of our way. Give us a shot at the American dream, which is home ownership, steady good pay, quality affordable education, good health care, the ability to have, if we so choose, a stay-at-home parent in the household. We want to start our own small business and afford to take annual family vacations to the Grand Canyon or Disney World. And we don't want to worry about all of that suddenly going away because some big money interests buying off our politicians got greedy and our government stopped listening to what we the people want. The Democratic Party needs to reconnect with the American middle class. They lost their way somewhere in the noise, and they haven't owned up to the fact that many of their policies have led to the destruction of the middle class. And instead of owning up to this, it seems that Democratic Party wants to instead point the finger and say the reason you can't have nice things is because you're all a bunch of racists.